Ja, und ich bin's wieder, Jahren. Hier mit meinem Let's Play von Felix Wright AC20 Dual Destinies. Und beim letzten Mal haben wir diese Review-Passion nochmal abgeschlossen. Was der Fall war mit bei der dann unglücklicherweise der Verhandlungssaal Nummer 4 dann in die Luft gesprengt wurde. Und jetzt sind wir quasi wieder in der Gegenwart. Nach dem Ende von Episode 1, also der Verhandlung an sich, meine ich. Ne. Und jetzt spielen wir wieder als Phoenix, wie man so schön an dem unteren Bildschirm sehen kann. Hier, Silhouette. Spiky Hair. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber. Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tornade. Dezember, 3:21 Uhr. Wright Anything Agency. Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Tornade like that on top of all his other injuries. Apollo is resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. You must miss him too, huh? Know that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating.
Alright, enough of this, people! This is no time to be moping around. Now dry those eyes, both of you!
You're the only one who's crying, Athena.
Technicalities! Look, we have work to do! We have to take over!
Take over what, exactly?
Apollo Space Center case, of course! As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance! I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade! Right, Daddy?
Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know.
Good, now that's settled. Let's get going. Come on, we gotta run.
Wait, right now? Now? We'd better not be running the whole way. There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy?
Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm going to bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you.
Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm.
Oh, she's back!
Don't mind me, just forgot a few things.
Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag.
Sounds more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that too.
I'll write you too. Let's be careful out there.
Danke, Trüssi. Gutes Kind. Na dann müssen wir uns mal mit unserem Mandanten mal unterhalten. Ne. 19. Dezember, Detention Center Visitors Room. So, our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him.
That's right, he's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago.
You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Oh. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring on it.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered.
Ah, and you are the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait! Don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean Arden that at your trial? I don't think so.
I guess so. My mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes! He's seriously got to stop depressing himself!
Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck! Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right?
Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Oh yeah! Here we go! 3, 2, 1! To the stratosphere and beyond! Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Na, das Angebot nehmen wir doch sehr gerne an, lieber Mr. Starbuck. So you have no memory at all of the incident? Oh, I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula.
Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills with, like they said at the trial?
You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It is true, I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know. Oh, the so-called had one miracle. There must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of an astronaut I know. But the tranquilizer... Oh, was ist das denn für ein Wort? Tranquilizers... Das Ding!
Were found in your system.
Oh. Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you. Exactly! That's what I thought! It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it.
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like about the murder weapon, for example. That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits.
Utility kits?
Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is.
Okay.
Das ist interessant. Jetzt haben wir noch mehr Zeug zum Quatschen. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer.
No wonder they dubbed it the Head One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back.
Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imagination. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on and on forever and ever and ever without end. Düster! There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come to save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Stimmt schon.
With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
What? No way, of course not. Even though I wanna go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I wanna shake off the Earth's gravity and escape velocity and spin around weightless.
But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier. An unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. Das ist doch schön. Das ist wirklich ein Astronaut mit Leib und Seele. The victim, Clay Terran, he was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay didn't think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now...
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine.
You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all of the time too. And I always feel encouraged too whenever I hear him shout it.
Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my prodigy. Those two hung around the Space Center so much, they were like a part of the staff. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. Oh Gottchen, die zwei, das sind richtige Motivationskünstler. Scheiß auf Shia LaBeouf mit seinem Just Do It. Jetzt ist You're fine! So I'm fine and you're fine. Well, like Apollo and Clay's secret faces, huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now.
Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of the cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't a half bad through barred windows.
You're fine! Solomon Soul Starbuck is fine! Everything is going to be alright!
Huh?
And Athena Sykes is fine! Come on, Mr. Wright, you too!
Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine.
I can't hear you!
Phoenix Wright is fine!
We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us.
Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vote to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto!
Good idea. Let's go. Machen wir das doch mal, indem wir erstmal uns hierhin begeben. Der Beginn der Untersuchung des Tatorts. 19. Dezember, Cosmos Space Center, Entrance. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place the Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future.
Yeah, did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so, check it out! Look at how bright the JAXA logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going.
JAXA, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program?
Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is GIA supposed to stand for? Galaxy?
If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA, or even Gaia.
I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter we.
This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like déjà vu.
Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction.
Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument of the human race. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead. Segway-Typ!
Yikes! Who's this Jesus and what's he want?
Ist doch egal, er ist auf einem Segway. Yay! Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science.
Pardon me, but you are?
My glorious name is Huuii Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The Center of the Cosmos. Junge, surrender mein Fischstäbchen, würde jetzt schon nur sagen. Ich konnte mir nicht verkneifen. Weil damals beim Comfy-Spielen. Der Typ sieht doch echt ein bisschen aus wie der Captain Iglo. Deshalb kam Shadow immer mit You will surrender my Fischstäbchen. Ach, Fischstäbchen. Jetzt geht's wieder los.
Boss, that's what pretty ground-inducing.
If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means...
Aha! So you were the one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center Director, Huuii Cosmos, and Detective Chemist on. That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police? You can't tag the word space onto just any old thing, you know? We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate this case.
Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way.
Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now, go ahead. Have at it.
I can really tell he's going to be nothing but trouble.
Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? Das machen wir beim nächsten Mal. Yo, will surrender my Fischstäbchen. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil. Ach ja, und yo, will surrender my Fischstäbchen.